Magic, and this is me opening up my Lorwyn Eclipse pre-release kit. My LGS is cool, and they let you buy the kits and be able to take them home if you're unable to attend the entire event. So that's what I did with this one. So we'll be going through me opening up all the packs, and I'll talk about what I would have built if I had been at an event. First rare of the kit, Disruptor of Currents, 3 and 2 blue, Merfolk, Flash, Convoke, 3/3. When this creature enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So you can get it on the cheap with a Convoke and Flash and bounce something back to someone's hand. Not a bad start. Next rare of the kit, a nice steam vent. Always good to have. Starting off with that Merfolk into a blue-red Shockland. Not going to complain. Third rare for the kit is a Champion of the Path Elemental for 3 and a red, a 7/3. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elemental and exile it. Whenever another elemental you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to your owner's hand. A great powerful card in an elemental deck. So even though I've got that blue-red Shockland and a blue-red rare, one's a Merfolk and one's elemental, so we'll have to see what the rest of these packs hold. Fourth rare of the kit is a Sig's Command, 1 white blue for a Merfolk Kindred Sorcery, relevant. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target Merfolk you control. Creatures target player controls gain lifelink until end of turn. Target player draws a card, or tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. Now that's some good synergy with that Merfolk we pulled a second ago. So we'll see if we can get enough blue and white support. Our fifth rare is a Sapling Nursery, 6 green enchantment with affinity for forest. Landfall, whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 green treefolk creature token with reach. And for 1 and a green, exile this enchantment. Treefolk and forest you control gain indestructible until end of turn. This enchantment feels so powerful in a mono green deck. Every time you play a forest, it's kind of counting for 2 towards casting this enchantment because of the affinity and you're actually ramping. And then after that, all landfalls are just generating you these 3/4 treefolk. And then at the end, if someone tries to board wipe, you can just protect them with the enchantment itself. And our final rare is a Morn Song Aria. Legendary enchantment for 1 black. Players can't draw cards or gain life. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, put it into their hand, then shuffles. I'm so excited to see this card get added to group hug decks in Commander, just to see the craziness of no one being able to draw cards or gain life. But then everyone being able to just kind of go find what they need to end the game. I guess it'll just hurry the game up, right? In a 1v1 sealed environment, though, I don't know why you'd want to even play this card. Hey, almost missed that I hit a second rare. And a Johnny Outland Chaperone, 1 white for a 3 loyalty planeswalker. +1, create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. -2, Johnny deals 4 damage to target tapped creature. Or -8, look at the top, X cards of your library, where X is your life total. You may put any number of non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. That last ability is very powerful, especially in Commander where we have 40 life and you can build an entire deck of 3 drops or less and just let you dump half of your deck onto the table. In 1v1 sealed draft, I don't know how much he does if you aren't running like Kithkin or token boosters or something. The -2 is kind of cool, but at that point, if they're already tapped, then that means they're already attacked, and who knows if a Johnny even lives through it. On to my pre-release foil, a Winnowing, 4 white sorcery. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all creatures that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. One of the most typal removals I have ever seen, especially with the Convoke. It's all about you're creating tokens of the type that you have, and then for each player, you get to pick the creature that is like the weirdest of the types that they have, just so they blow up the rest of their board, while you get to keep all of your elves or merfolk or elementals or whatever you got. And in Commander, I guess if you're running a typal deck, you could maybe get away with running this. Again, the Convoke helps, especially if you're a typal deck that creates a bunch of tokens of your thing. But I don't really see this going anywhere. All right, so here we go. 8 rares from 6 packs, and they're kind of all over the place. One of them's an elemental, one of them's a merfolk. Johnny's in there making Kithkin. The enchantment cares about tree folk. So the only ones that match up is the command and the champion merfolk. So I guess I could see what support I have in a blue-white merfolk deck. I really wished I could have leaned into the Steam vent and be able to build a deck with that. But, yeah, y'all tell me what you would have made in the comments down below. All right, this is Nick T Magic, signing off.